Imagine for a moment, what if I told you that 95% of everything you do, think, and feel daily isn't consciously decided by you? Sounds a bit scary, right? But that's exactly what the science of the subconscious mind reveals to us. Think about the last few decisions you made, from the simplest ones, like what to eat for breakfast, to the more complex ones, like whether or not to take on a new opportunity. How many of those decisions do you believe were made consciously? Now, here's the secret. Your subconscious mind is in control, guiding almost every one of your actions. The subconscious mind is like a vast vault where your deepest beliefs are stored. And guess what? It's the one shaping your reality. What you believe about yourself, about others, and about the world around you is attracting the experiences you live every day. And if those internal beliefs are limiting, guess what you attract? More limitations. Now, you might be wondering, how do I reprogram those beliefs so my life starts reflecting what I truly desire? How do I take control of what I attract into my life? Let me tell you something powerful. Positive affirmations are one of the strongest keys to unlocking that subconscious vault. But pay attention, it's not just about saying empty words. It's about feeling the truth of those words with every fiber of your being. Have you ever tried this before? Or did you give up too quickly, thinking it didn't work? Think for a moment. What if I told you that reprogramming your subconscious mind requires consistency, patience, and faith? Because deep down, your mind is like fertile soil. If you plant seeds of prosperity, abundance, and confidence, water those seeds with affirmations, and tend to them daily, what do you think will grow in that field? Do you think a subconscious mind focused on success can continue attracting failure? And here's something intriguing. What would happen if you started today to feed your mind with words of power, success, and abundance? Do you think you'd start seeing the first signs of change? How would it feel to wake up, look around, and realize that everything you once wished for is finally starting to manifest? Now, imagine. Now, let's dive even deeper. If your subconscious mind is the engine driving your reality, what if I told you that you have the power to rewire that engine? The key lies in a concept called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's incredible ability to reshape itself, to form new connections, and to strengthen pathways based on what you consistently focus on. Think about that for a second. Your brain is not set in stone. It's adaptable, changeable, and it responds to your thoughts. This is where the magic happens. Imagine your brain like a vast forest. Every thought you think is like walking a path in that forest. The more you think a certain thought, the more you walk that path. And over time, this path becomes clearer, more defined, easier to walk. But here's the twist. Many of us are walking the same old limiting paths. We're stuck on trails of doubt, fear, and scarcity simply because we've walked them so many times before. Now, what if I told you that you could carve out new paths? What if, instead of walking the path of limitation, you could begin creating a new trail towards abundance, success, and fulfillment? Think about it. How many times have you found yourself stuck in the same loop, repeating the same behaviors, even though you know they're not serving you? That's the old wiring at play. But here's where neuroplasticity gives you hope. You can create new wiring. And not just that, the more you focus on positive, empowering thoughts, the stronger those new connections become. What would happen if, instead of focusing on what's going wrong, you trained your brain to focus on what's going right? How would your life change if your mind naturally gravitated towards opportunities, solutions, and success? One of the most powerful tools to engage this process is visualization. You've probably heard it before. See it in your mind, and you'll hold it in your hand. But do you understand the science behind this? When you visualize your goals, your brain doesn't just treat it like a daydream. It begins to build new pathways, forming connections that align with that vision. Your brain starts acting as if that future reality is already true, making it easier for you to take the actions that bring that vision to life. Isn't that fascinating? Think of the most successful people you admire. Do you believe they got there by accident? Or do you think they consistently visualized their success until it felt inevitable? That's the power of neuroplasticity in action. The more they saw it, the more their brain adapted, created new pathways, and pushed them toward their goals. What if you did the same? What if, every day, you spent just a few minutes vividly imagining the life you desire, seeing it, feeling it, living it in your mind? Could that be the catalyst for a massive shift in your reality? Let me ask you this. When was the last time you sat down and truly visualized your future, not just as a vague wish, but with crystal clarity, as if it was already happening? What if you started today? Imagine waking up every morning and starting your day by seeing your goals already accomplished. How would that change your actions throughout the day? How would that shift the way you approach challenges? If your brain already believes you're successful, wouldn't you act differently? Wouldn't you approach every situation with more confidence, knowing that success is not just a possibility, but an inevitability? And here's where it gets even more interesting. The more you practice this, the more your brain begins to automate success. Those new neural pathways you've been building start to become your default mode. Instead of having to force yourself to think positively or act with confidence, it becomes automatic. Can you imagine that? A life where success is not something you have to chase, but something that flows naturally to you because your brain is wired for it? Here's a challenge for you. Commit to visualizing your future for just 5 minutes a day. Close your eyes and see it as clearly as you can. Feel the emotions of having already achieved it. Then watch how your actions start to change. Watch how opportunities begin to appear. Watch how your brain starts working for you, not against you. Now, let me ask you something important. How do you think your life would look if you truly committed to this process of rewiring your brain? How much faster could you achieve your goals? What if the only thing standing between you and the life you desire is the time you invest in shaping your own mind? Remember, your brain is always changing. The question is, are you the one directing that change, or are you letting old patterns of fear and limitation do it for you? You have the power to choose. You have the power to focus on what you want rather than what you fear. And when you do that consistently, when you align your thoughts with your desires, something extraordinary begins to happen. Your brain adapts. It evolves. And it starts working relentlessly to bring those desires to life. So, the real question is, are you ready to rewire your mind for success? Because the moment you decide to take control of your thoughts, your entire reality begins to shift. Your brain is waiting. Your future is waiting. All that's left is for you to make that choice. Now, imagine what happens next. Now that you understand the power of neuroplasticity and how your brain can reshape itself according to your thoughts, let's take it a step further. If your mind is the engine of your reality, and you can rewire that engine, then here's an even more important question. Who do you believe you are? This brings us to the critical concept of self-image. Your self-image is, quite simply, the way you see yourself. It's not just about how you appear on the outside, but about the beliefs you hold deep within, about what you're capable of, what you deserve, and how the world perceives you. And here's the shocking truth. No matter how many goals you set or how many affirmations you say, if your self-image doesn't align with those desires, you'll find yourself sabotaging your own success. Does that sound familiar? Think about it. How many times have you set a goal, started off strong, but then something held you back? Maybe you got close to achieving it, but right at the final stretch, you stopped short. Why does this happen? It's not because you don't want it. It's because, deep down, there's a disconnect between the person you believe you are and the person who can achieve that goal. Here's the hard truth. You can only achieve what your self-image allows you to achieve. If you see yourself as someone who's not good enough, not smart enough, or not deserving of success, then no matter how hard you try, those beliefs will always pull you back. It's like trying to drive with the brakes on. Sure, you'll make some progress, but you'll never get where you want to go. So ask yourself, how do I really see myself? Most people never take the time to ask this question. They move through life with an outdated self-image, often shaped by negative experiences, criticisms from others, or failures from the past. But here's the thing, just like your brain, your self-image can change. In fact, it must change if you want to attract a new reality into your life. The person who achieves your goals is not the person you are today, but the person you become. And that transformation begins with your self-image. So, how do you change it? How do you shift your self-image to match the success and abundance you desire? Let me tell you a secret. The self-image isn't something that happens to you. It's something you create. Every thought you think, every word you say to yourself, every action you take is a brushstroke on the canvas of your self-image. And here's the powerful part. You can start painting a new picture of who you are at any moment. You are the artist. You are in control. One of the most effective ways to reshape your self-image is through self-affirmations. You've likely heard of affirmations before, but let me tell you why they're so powerful. When you repeat statements like, I am confident, I am successful, or I deserve abundance, you're not just saying words, you're planting seeds. Each affirmation is like a drop of water on those seeds, nourishing them until they start to grow. Over time, those seeds of confidence, success, and worthiness begin to take root in your subconscious mind. They become part of who you are. But here's the catch, affirmations only work if you believe them. If you say, I am successful, but deep down, you feel like a failure, your subconscious mind will reject it. That's why you need to do more than just say the words. You need to feel them. Imagine the success you want as if it's already yours. See yourself living that life. Feel the emotions of accomplishment, pride, and joy. The more you can connect with those feelings, the faster your self-image will begin to shift. Let me ask you, how would your life change if you truly believed you were capable of achieving anything you set your mind to? What if, deep down, you knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that you deserved success, abundance, and happiness? How would that change the way you approach your goals? How would that change the way you interact with the world? This is where the magic of the law of attraction comes into play. The universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. If you see yourself as someone who is always struggling, always falling short, then that's the reality you will continue to attract. But if you begin to see yourself as someone who is capable, deserving, and successful, the universe will respond to that energy. Opportunities will begin to flow to you. Doors will open. Success will no longer feel like something you have to chase, but something that naturally flows to you because it's aligned with your self-image. But here's the million-dollar question. How do you change the way you see yourself when you've spent years, maybe even decades, believing otherwise? The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to the thoughts you have about yourself. Are they empowering or limiting? Do they lift you up or tear you down? And here's a powerful exercise. Every time you catch yourself thinking a limiting thought, stop and replace it with an empowering one. If you think, I'm not good enough, immediately counter it with, I am more than enough, and I deserve success. This may feel awkward at first. It may feel like you're lying to yourself, but remember, your current self-image wasn't created overnight. It was built through years of repeated thoughts and beliefs. And now you have the power to rebuild it, one thought at a time. Another powerful tool to shift your self-image is to act as if you're already the person you want to become. This is where the saying, "fake it till you make it," holds some truth. If you want to see yourself as confident, start acting with confidence, even if it feels uncomfortable. If you want to see yourself as successful, start making decisions from the mindset of someone who is successful. Over time, your actions will begin to reinforce your new self-image, and before you know it, you won't have to fake it anymore. It will be who you are. So, here's a question for you. What would happen if you stopped waiting for permission to see yourself as successful, capable, and deserving, and just started living that way today? How would that change the way you show up in the world? Imagine for a moment, if you woke up tomorrow and truly believed in your core that you were destined for greatness, how would that impact the rest of your day? How would it impact the choices you make, the risks you take, and the opportunities you seize? Now that we've explored the power of self-image and how it shapes the reality you attract, let's shift gears and dive into something equally transformative, the science of gratitude. You may have heard it said before that gratitude is the key to unlocking abundance, but do you truly understand why? The answer lies not just in philosophy or spirituality, but in hard science. Yes, science has proven that gratitude can literally rewire your brain, change your emotional state, and ultimately, attract more of what you desire into your life. Let's break it down. When you practice gratitude, when you focus on the things you're thankful for, something incredible happens in your brain. Neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin are released, the chemicals responsible for feelings of happiness and well-being. Think about that. With just a simple shift in focus, you can trigger the same positive response in your brain as a natural mood booster. So, why wouldn't you want to make this a daily practice? But here's the thing, gratitude does more than just make you feel good in the moment. It trains your brain to look for the positive. Our brains have something called a negativity bias, which means they're hardwired to focus on threats, dangers, and problems. It's an evolutionary trait designed to keep us safe. But in today's world, this bias can hold us back, trapping us in cycles of fear, doubt, and lack. Gratitude flips the script. The more you practice gratitude, the more you train your brain to seek out the good in every situation, to find abundance, even in moments of scarcity. Imagine your mind like a filter. Everything you experience passes through it, and the filter determines what gets your attention. If your filter is set to scarcity, you'll only see what's missing. But when you reprogram that filter through gratitude, you start seeing all the opportunities, blessings, and abundance that were there all along. Can you see how this shift in focus could drastically alter your reality? Now, I want you to think about your own life for a moment. How often do you take time to appreciate what you have right now? Not just the big things, but the small, everyday moments. The cup of coffee in the morning, the smile from a loved one, the roof over your head. Most of us are so focused on what we don't have that we miss the miracles that are already present. What if the key to unlocking more abundance was simply acknowledging the abundance that's already here? Here's something profound. Gratitude doesn't just change your brain chemistry, it changes your energy. When you express gratitude, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of abundance. Remember, the law of attraction is all about energy. The universe responds to the energy you put out, and gratitude emits one of the highest frequencies you can generate. It tells the universe, I am thankful for what I have, and I am ready to receive more. This creates a powerful magnetic pull that draws more blessings into your life. But here's a question for you. Are you truly grateful, or are you just going through the motions? You see, true gratitude isn't just about writing down a few things you're thankful for. It's about feeling it deep within you. It's about taking a moment to pause, breathe, and really appreciate the abundance around you. When was the last time you felt truly grateful, not just because you were supposed to, but because you were overwhelmed by the goodness of your life, no matter how small? Let me tell you about a practice that can transform your entire outlook. A gratitude journal. It's simple but incredibly powerful. Each day, write down 3 things you are genuinely grateful for. But don't stop there. For each item, reflect on why you are grateful for it and how it impacts your life. This isn't just a mindless list. This is about connecting with the emotion of gratitude, allowing it to sink in and shift your vibration. Over time, this practice will train your mind to naturally gravitate towards the positive, and as your focus shifts, so will your reality. Now, let's take it a step further. What if you expressed gratitude not only for what you have now, but also for the things you desire as if they've already manifested? This is one of the most powerful ways to activate the law of attraction. By giving thanks for something that hasn't yet appeared in your physical reality, you are telling the universe that you believe it's already yours. And when you believe something is yours, your actions, thoughts, and energy align with that belief, bringing it into your life even faster. Think about it. How would you feel if your biggest goal or desire had already been achieved? How would you act? How would you think? How would you carry yourself? Now, what if you started living that way today, not waiting for the external manifestation to happen first? When you align your energy with the outcome you want, the universe has no choice but to respond in kind. Let me ask you, what if the only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams was your ability to be grateful for what you have and for what's already on its way? How much more could you accomplish? How much more could you receive if you made gratitude your daily habit? And here's something even more fascinating. Studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly are not only happier, but they're also more successful. Because when you're grateful, you operate from a place of abundance, not lack. You see opportunities where others see obstacles. You focus on solutions instead of problems. And when you do this consistently, success becomes inevitable. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But how can I be grateful when things aren't going the way I want them to? That's a valid question, and here's the answer. Gratitude isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about shifting your focus. Even in the toughest times, there's always something to be grateful for. And it's often in those moments of struggle that gratitude has the most power. When you can find gratitude in the midst of hardship, you are telling the universe that you trust the process, that you believe everything is working out for your highest good, even if you can't see it yet. Let me ask you this. What if every challenge you're facing right now is actually a gift in disguise? What if the struggle is preparing you for something greater, something more aligned with your true purpose? How would your perspective change if you approached every obstacle with gratitude, knowing that it's all part of your journey towards success and abundance? Imagine waking up every day, not with a sense of dread or worry, but with an overwhelming feeling of gratitude for the life you're living and the life that's unfolding. Imagine the peace that would come from trusting that everything is happening in perfect timing. How much lighter would you feel? How much more joyful would your days be? And here's the most powerful part. The more you practice gratitude, the more it becomes a habit. It stops being something you do consciously and starts becoming your default state of being. You start to see the world through a lens of abundance, and that energy is contagious. People are drawn to you. Opportunities find you. Success flows to you effortlessly. So, let me ask you, Are you ready to make gratitude your superpower? Are you ready to harness this simple yet profound practice to transform your life from the inside out? Now imagine, now that we've unlocked the power of gratitude and how it aligns your mind with abundance, let's move into an even deeper, more powerful territory, the energy of emotions. This is where the law of attraction goes beyond just thoughts and beliefs, and into the realm of what truly drives the manifestation of your desires, your emotional frequency. You see, every emotion you feel vibrates at a specific frequency. Emotions like love, joy, and gratitude vibrate at a high frequency, while emotions like fear, doubt, and anger vibrate at a much lower one. And here's where things get interesting. The energy you emit through your emotions is what the universe responds to. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts or even believing in your success, it's about feeling it. The universe isn't reacting to what you say you want. It's responding to the emotional frequency you're sending out into the world. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how, when you're feeling really good, things just seem to go your way? You get the promotion, someone smiles at you unexpectedly, or a long-awaited opportunity finally comes through. This isn't a coincidence. When you're in a high-vibrational state, filled with emotions like excitement, gratitude, and joy, you become a magnet for more experiences that match that frequency. You start attracting circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with your elevated state. But the reverse is also true, isn't it? When you're stuck in a cycle of fear, doubt, or frustration, it can feel like everything is going wrong. You might notice that small problems snowball into bigger ones, and opportunities seem to slip through your fingers. Again, this isn't by chance. When you're vibrating at a low frequency, you're attracting more of the same energy. You see, the law of attraction is always working, whether you're aware of it or not. The question is, are you consciously aligning with the energy of abundance, or are you letting your emotions pull you in the opposite direction? Here's something powerful to consider. Your emotions are your compass. They're constantly giving you feedback about your alignment. When you feel good, you're in harmony with your desires. When you feel bad, it's a signal that something is out of sync. And this is where the Rewire work begins. Learning to manage and elevate your emotional state, even when circumstances around you are less than ideal. Let's dive a little deeper. Emotions like fear, doubt, and frustration don't just happen to us. They're responses to the stories we're telling ourselves. For example, if you're feeling fear about money, it's because somewhere in your mind, you're telling yourself a story about lack, that there's not enough to go around, that you won't make it, or that you're not deserving of abundance. The emotion is a reflection of the narrative. So, if you want to change how you feel, you need to change the story you're telling. Here's the good news. You can choose your emotions. Yes, that's right. You have the power to shift your emotional state at any moment. But it requires awareness and practice. The next time you find yourself feeling low, maybe you're worried about a situation at work, or frustrated with a relationship, stop and ask yourself, what story am I telling right now? And more importantly, is that story true? Often, you'll find that the narrative driving your emotions is based on fear or old beliefs that no longer serve you. Now, here's the key. Once you've identified the story, you can rewrite it. Instead of saying, I'm never going to get ahead, shift to a new narrative. Opportunities are always finding me. Instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, remind yourself, I am capable, worthy, and deserving of everything I desire. The more you practice reframing your stories, the more you'll notice a shift in your emotional state. And as your emotions shift, so does your energy. But let's not stop there. Let's talk about the most effective tools for raising your emotional frequency. One of the most powerful practices is meditation. When you meditate, you quiet the mind and allow your emotions to settle. In that stillness, you can release lower vibrational emotions like fear and doubt, and tap into higher frequencies like peace, love, and gratitude. Even just a few minutes of meditation each day can create a profound shift in your energy. Imagine starting each day with a clear, centered mind and an open heart, ready to attract abundance and joy into your life. Another powerful practice is breath work. Your breath is directly connected to your emotional state. When you're stressed or anxious, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. But when you consciously slow your breath and take deep, intentional breaths, you activate your body's relaxation response, which helps to release negative emotions and raise your vibration. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed, try this. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it for a few seconds, and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Repeat this a few times, and notice how your emotional state begins to shift. Here's something else that can elevate your emotional frequency: movement. Whether it's yoga, dancing, or simply going for a walk, movement is a powerful way to release stagnant energy and raise your vibration. Think about how good you feel after a workout or a long walk in nature. That's because movement helps to clear emotional blockages and get your energy flowing again. The next time you're feeling stuck in a low emotional state, try moving your body and see how quickly your energy shifts. Now, let's talk about the ultimate frequency-raising emotion: love. Love is the highest vibrational emotion you can feel. When you operate from a place of love, love for yourself, love for others, love for life itself, you align with the most powerful energy in the universe. And when you're vibrating at the frequency of love, there's no limit to what you can attract. Think about it. When you're in love, doesn't everything just seem to flow effortlessly? That's because love puts you in perfect alignment with abundance, joy, and prosperity. But here's something important to remember: self-love is just as important as love for others. In fact, it's the foundation. You cannot fully align with the energy of abundance if you don't believe you're worthy of receiving it. That's why practicing self-love is so critical. This means speaking kindly to yourself, forgiving yourself for past mistakes, and honoring your needs and desires. It means treating yourself with the same compassion and care that you would offer to a loved one. When you practice self-love, you raise your vibration, and the universe responds by sending you experiences that reflect that love back to you. Now, here's a question for you. What are you vibrating right now? Are you vibrating at the frequency of abundance, joy, and love? Or are you stuck in a lower frequency, feeling fear, doubt, or frustration? Remember, the universe is always responding to your energy. If you want to attract something different into your life, you need to shift your vibration. And the good news is, you have the power to do that at any moment. Imagine what your life would look like if you consistently operated from a place of high vibration. How much more could you attract? How much more joy, abundance, and success could flow into your life effortlessly? The answer is simple: as much as you're willing to align with. So, I'll leave you with this. The next time you feel yourself slipping into a low emotional state, remember that you have the power to choose a different frequency. You have the tools to elevate your emotions, to raise your vibration, and to align with the energy of abundance. Whether it's through meditation, breath work, movement, or simply shifting your thoughts, you are in control of your emotional frequency. And when you align with the highest frequencies of love, joy, and gratitude, the universe will respond with blessings beyond your wildest dreams. Now, imagine what happens next. As we come to the close of this journey through the psychology behind the law of attraction, take a moment to reflect on everything we've explored. You've learned that your subconscious mind is the true engine of your reality, constantly working in the background to bring your deepest beliefs into form. You've seen how the power of neuroplasticity can reshape your brain, allowing you to create new pathways that lead to success and abundance. You've come to understand the importance of self-image and how the way you see yourself determines the level of success you can reach. And you've unlocked the transformative power of gratitude and the energetic frequency of your emotions, both of which are essential in manifesting the life of your dreams. But now, it's time to take all of this knowledge and turn it into action, because knowing is not enough. Understanding the mechanics of your mind and the energy of the universe is just the beginning. The real transformation happens when you begin to live these truths, moment by moment, day by day. Here's the thing. The law of attraction isn't something you turn on and off. It's always working, responding to the energy you're putting out. Every thought, every belief, every emotion, and every action is contributing to the reality you are creating. So the question is, are you consciously creating the life you desire, or are you letting your old patterns and low-frequency emotions run the show? Let me tell you this, you are more powerful than you realize. You have within you the ability to transform your entire reality, starting right now. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are a creator. And once you fully embrace that truth, once you take responsibility for the energy you're putting out, everything in your life will begin to shift. It all begins with a decision, the decision to take control of your mind, to consciously direct your thoughts, to actively choose your emotions, and to hold yourself accountable for the reality you're creating. This is the ultimate empowerment, knowing that you are the architect of your own life. You get to decide what kind of life you live, what kind of person you become, and what kind of impact you make in the world. But here's the truth. It won't always be easy. There will be days when fear creeps in, when doubt whispers in your ear, when old patterns try to pull you back into a lower frequency. And that's okay. It's part of the process. The key is not to resist these moments, but to recognize them for what they are, opportunities for growth. Each time you catch yourself in a negative thought, an unhelpful belief, or a low-vibrational emotion, you are being given a chance to rise above it. You are being asked to choose again, to realign with your highest self, and to redirect your energy toward what you truly want. Here's something to remember, you are never stuck. No matter where you are in your life right now, no matter how long you've been repeating the same patterns or feeling trapped in the same circumstances, you can change it. Your future is not determined by your past. Every moment is a new opportunity to create a different reality. And the more you align with the energy of abundance, love, and joy, the faster you will see that reality manifest. So how do you do it? Start small. Begin by practicing awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts throughout the day. Notice where your mind goes when you're not paying attention. Is it focused on scarcity, lack, or fear? Or is it filled with thoughts of abundance, gratitude, and possibility? Once you become aware of your thought patterns, you can begin to shift them. Use the tools we've discussed, positive affirmations, visualization, gratitude journaling, meditation, and breath work to realign your mind and elevate your emotional frequency. But don't just do this occasionally. Make it a daily practice. Consistency is the key to rewiring your brain and transforming your self-image. Every day, you have the chance to plant new seeds in your subconscious mind. And with time, those seeds will grow into the reality you desire. Remember, you are not trying to force change. You are simply aligning with the natural flow of abundance that is always available to you. And here's something truly beautiful. The more you elevate your own energy, the more you inspire others to do the same. As you rise into your full potential, You become a beacon of light for those around you. Your family, your friends, your colleagues, they will begin to notice the changes in you. They will see the confidence, the joy, the abundance that radiates from within you. And in doing so, you give them permission to elevate their own lives. You see, this journey isn't just about you. Yes, it begins with you, but the ripple effect of your transformation will extend far beyond your own life. When you live in alignment with abundance, love, and joy, you uplift everyone you come into contact with. You create a positive shift in the world, one person at a time. Your success becomes an act of service, a way of showing others what's possible when you harness the power of your mind and your energy. So let me ask you this. What kind of life do you want to create? What do you want to attract into your experience? What kind of person do you want to become? The answers to these questions are already within you. They've always been there, waiting for you to remember your power. Now, it's time to step into that power. It's time to stop living by default and start living by design. It's time to take the reins of your mind, to master your emotions, and to align with the highest frequencies of love, joy, and abundance. Because here's the ultimate truth: you are limitless. There is no cap on what you can achieve, no boundary to the abundance that's available to you. The only limits are the ones you impose on yourself. And now, with everything you've learned, you can choose to release those limits once and for all. Imagine waking up every day filled with excitement, knowing that you have the power to create whatever you desire. Imagine living in a state of constant gratitude, joy, and love, knowing that the universe is always working in your favor. Imagine being surrounded by opportunities, success, and abundance, all flowing to you effortlessly because you are vibrating at the frequency of everything you want. This is the life that awaits you. It's not a distant dream or a fantasy, it's a reality that is within your reach, right here, right now. All it takes is your decision to step into it. So I'll ask you again, what happens next? The answer is simple: whatever you decide to create. Because you are the creator. The pen is in your hand. The canvas is blank. Your life is waiting. Now, it's time to write the story you've always dreamed of. It's time to live the life you were born to live. And it all begins with a single choice. The choice to align your mind, your energy, and your actions with the limitless potential that lies within you. Now, imagine